Yo, what's up, everybody? How you doing? This is your Coach Renz. Decided to, when I got to work, the bank is about 3 blocks away. I need some change. So I decided to walk down here to the bank to get some change. Now I'm walking back. I don't know if y'all can see that sun on my face. I love getting that sun energy, but whoo, Lord mercy, it's hot. It's in the morning. It's already about 89 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning. But you know, last night and this morning I woke up with a sense about being yourself, doing you, without worrying about embarrassment, without worrying about what other people may think or say, but just doing you, only concerned about what you may think, what you may say. You see, I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and that friend is in a horrible relationship. Doesn't like the relationship. Wish they could get out of the relationship. But they know that if they did, a lot of family, a lot of friends, they're gonna have a lot to say about it. They're gonna say that they're wrong for ending a 20+ year relationship. They're gonna say that since the parents was live in different states, just separating the kids from one parent to the other. They're gonna say all kind of things like that. You know, they haven't necessarily been, the person is not really equipped right now to do so because they haven't worked in 6 years. They've been taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, had a new baby, so stay home, take care of the kid. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, this person she's starting to get her life right. And I say right, but prepare herself. She's preparing herself for the eventuality of the ending of this relationship. And some people are gonna say that they're wrong. Good morning. Say that, a little lady walked by. Say that she's wrong for preparing herself for the eventual end of this relationship. That she's already got a made up mind that this relationship is going to end. And even though there'll be a lot of hate and discontent concerning the fact that they're going to end this relationship, that people are going to have a whole lot to say. At the end of the day, who cares? You can't worry about what other people are going to say about what you want to do. Because if you do, that means you're going to live your life in regret. And the worst thing you can do to yourself is to be 80, 90, 100 years old and you regretting. Rise and shine, princess. How you doing? But that's why I said do you. I told her last night, you got to do you. You got to do you without worrying about what other people say, without worrying about what other people may think. You got to do what's going to make your life work for you. Who cares if you're the lone person? Y'all know I like to say, if I'm standing on the mountaintop screaming my truth, that's all that matters. So I was telling this young lady last night, you've been unhappy in a relationship for over 20 years. Yeah, it's gonna be some difficult times, some difficult things. Good morning, 27. It's gonna be some difficult times, difficult things going on. But guess what? If at the end of the day you are living your life and you don't look back and see that you had a bunch of regrets in life, then why are you worried about what other people say or do? Don't worry about what other people say or think about you and your life. You go out and do your life the way you want to do it. If you want to be in a certain relationship, go be in that relationship. You want to do a certain work, certain job, go do that job. You want to build a business, who cares what other people say? You want to live in a certain place, go live there. Don't worry about everybody else. I better get across this street. Good morning, Cornelia. Oh, y'all talking to me now. Oh, gotta hurry up and get across the street. Light changed on me. It's hot as sin out here, y'all, if I believed in sin in the way that people do. All right, good morning. Looks like you're on Cannon Road and Flash Shows. I am. like a dummy, I decided I was gonna walk to the bank 3 blocks away. And you see I'm sweating. It's hot. It's blazing out here. I will not do this again. Now, I ain't gonna get hit. But even taking this walk, right? Conventional wisdom would have said, man, don't walk out there, it's hot. But I felt like walking. And then some people say, man, you look crazy walking down the street, holding your phone, talking into it. But I felt like talking to y'all this morning because it was just bothering me that this young lady has been living 20 years unhappy simply because of what other people may think. And I don't get it. Whew. I'm not understanding that. But it made me think more and more about the fact that what could I wind up regretting in my life if I don't do the things that I decided that I want to do? If I don't go live in Botswana, if I don't build the Temple of Learning, if I don't build this company bigger, if I don't get into the shape I want to get into. You know, it makes no sense. Good morning, sir. But it makes no sense for me to end up at that gentleman's age and I'm looking back on my life thinking about what I shoulda, coulda, woulda done. What if I would have made this decision or that decision? What if I would have, you know, lived? Here's the thing. One of the things that I regret. Now, me and my kid's mother, we wound up getting a divorce anyway. But we almost got a divorce back in '97 because I didn't want to leave Germany and she did. 3 months later, she regretted it. I'm taking a walk with my phone. Yeah, it's hot as sin in Florida. I wouldn't be down there walking. It's already 80 something out here. But I thought later on I regretted not just staying in Germany anyway. That when she wanted to leave and I didn't, and our relationship was already rocky, I never wanted to leave Germany. I should have stayed. It's one of those regrets. You know, not only did I have a good job opportunity with the government, but a gentleman who came and had started a soul food restaurant in Germany was going to help me build my own company in Germany, which all I had to do was wait 5 years to gain that citizenship so I can do it. I regret that. It's one of those regrets I'm gonna have in life. I don't worry about it anymore, but I realize I take the lesson from it. And if there's something that I set my mind to, something that I desire to have in my life, then I go for it. And that's what you guys have to, that's what I wanted the young lady last night to come to a realization, that whatever you go for in your life, whatever you desire in life, you got to go for that thing, man. Because at the end of the day, you sit and you die alone. You lay on that bed alone, or however you pass on, you do it by yourself. Sure, people will be around you, people may be around you, but so is all your regrets. They're around you too. So every day, you know, I have been doing this anyway, but the point is even more so now, that every day I get up and I think about how I want to live this day. I don't want to end the day saying that, dang, man, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done that. But I want every day to end with the fact that I'm saying, man, good job, dude. You accomplished a lot today. You did everything that you set out to do today. Or, you know, if something didn't happen, understanding why and moving on with it. But just every day, I got to look at my day and say, man, did I accomplish? Did I do? Am I moving closer to my longer term goals? You know, one of my long-term goals is to build this company, Uncle Ren's Popcorn, all over the country, all over the world, to provide for the Temple of Learning, provide a legacy for my children, to build my coaching company, to do all these things. So every day I ask myself, did you accomplish goals? Did you take steps towards any of those things? If I did, great. In my relationships, whether friend, romantic, family, how am I moving in those? Am I in the right ones? Are the people around me moving in the same direction? If they are, great. If they're not, they got to go. And I'm a kind of person where you could be my brother, my sister. If you're creating harm in my life, you got to go. Thankfully, they're not, but you have to go. But when I look at this young lady that I've known, and here's the thing about it, she's been in a 27-year marriage. I've known her for 21 years. And for the 21 years I've known her, she's been unhappy. I don't even understand that now. It's like you can survive whatever you have to go through in order to make your life better. So whatever you have to go through, it may seem like it's hard, it may seem like it's difficult, but it's not as difficult, nor is it as hard as you think it's going to be. And if you go into it knowing that you're doing this because you want to create the best life for yourself, then the end result, even if you don't have the same level of housing, same level car, same level money, same level whatever, what you will have is the higher level of peace, higher level of happiness. You know, you'll have a higher level of those intangible things. And the fact of the matter is, if you set yourself up and you start working towards your other goals that you want to accomplish in your life, you can have all that other stuff too. It's nothing saying that you can't. I know, you know, when I got divorced, life became a financial struggle. But what I do know is that at the end, that financial struggle goes away. What's up, Alexander? It's hot, and I'm finally getting back to this mall so I can go in here. And I'm glad the corridor door was open. Man. Yeah, I lost you guys for a second. I'm in the back corridors of the mall. This is how you get to your store. It's blazing outside. Wash off in the sink or something. Go to the bathroom and take a sink wash off. Because, whoo, that was hot. That was hot. And guys, I know, wait a minute, I gotta set this down. I know I haven't been making a lot of videos because I've been getting this store ready, up and running. Turn this around again. It's a bunch of fundraiser popcorn we was making last night. Turn the fan on. So, anyway, I want to hear, guys, what's going on with y'all lives? What are you, right now, if you died? I'm really curious. If you died right now, thanks, Tyrone. If you died right now, what would you regret? I don't know, is this fan too loud? Let me know if the fan's too loud. But would you live in regret? What would you guys regret? If I were to pass away right now, if I were to leave this existence, I would regret that the last 3 years I've worked so much that I hadn't spent as much time with my kids as I desired to. I would regret that not that the people were bad, but I wasted a lot of time in romantic relationships when I knew that the relationship wasn't good for me at the very beginning. So why people said not living before age 35, stuck in religion. Okay, but you're out of that, so that's good. 27 Nicole said, I would regret not getting into real estate investing and creating wealth for my children. I'm glad you said that. You know, part of my wealth building program is that we're going to focus on real estate investment, and actually not all the little scammy stuff, but how to like buy tax liens, but also how to utilize your 401ks or any other investment money to roll them over into like self-directed 401ks and be able to loan that to your LLC that's entrusted in your trust so that you can then buy rental properties, or even doing house flips. Good morning, peace, love, and light, brother. Good morning, Nikita. Yeah, am I saying that right? Miss Johnson? I'm just gonna say it that way. But I mean, we have these regrets. That some of these regrets, right? That some of you guys are saying. Here's the thing: we can start changing them now. You can start changing them right now. You don't have to wait. All right. Natika. Am I saying that? Natika? Don't get mad at me. Natika. That's what I'm looking to get into. I'm tired of working for. Okay, great. I said it right. I'm tired of getting working for other people. I understand that. I do not do well working with other people. As a matter of fact, other than after I got out of the Marine Corps, I think I've only worked for other people for like 3 years of my life. Besides the Marine Corps, besides the 8.5 years in the Marine Corps, I would live on the street before I worked for somebody else. I know everybody can't do that, but I would. Grand Rising Felicia. But you know, the thing about it, we whatever we regret, we can start changing right now. And I know that sounds like motivational hyperbole, but the thing is, it's true. It's true. I mean, it starts with research. It starts with being around the right people. If you're afraid to spend money, then you're going to find yourself losing. You're going to, the adage is so correct. You got to spend money to make money. So if there's a monetary goal, a business goal, you got to invest. You got to spend money to do it. Um, but I think it was why people said about not living before religion. You know, the thing about not living before, those 35 years, you have time now. If you're only 35 years old, you're probably going to live to be 120, 150 years old, with the way medicine is going, and hopefully cannabis oil gets more things like that, and um, CRISPRs and that sort of thing. So you got like almost 100 years. You got 100 years life left. You got plenty of time to live life. And you don't have to think about it like, oh, I'm old, I can't do nothing, I'm sitting around the house. You only get old and sit around the house if you choose to. But you got a lot of life left, so you can go live it. Whatever living life means to you, go do it. And it's going to change. Whatever living life means to you at 35 is going to be different at 45 and 55 and 65. Like, I'm 46, even though a lot of people I know, they're like, oh, I want to travel, I did a lot of traveling early in life. I still want to travel because there's a lot of Earth that I haven't seen, and I'm waiting for them to do something in space so I can go there too. But the way I travel now is different than I would travel back then. Um, some of them are, I'm still into going to like remote places that most people don't go to, even in your own state. Like here in Georgia, most people have never been to um, Tallulah Gorge. 1,003 steps down, and you got to take them 1,003 steps right back up. But it's a beautiful walk. You're gonna feel it the next day. Going to High Falls, going, I'll do a lot of nature stuff, going up into the mountains and go walking, but I like city walking and that sort of thing too. But I just do it differently, and so you can still live your life. You can still live a whole lot of life right now. That's my top three best accomplishments being a proprietor. Good morning, Dark Knowledge. Good to see you too. But so there's a lot we can do. Can live life. And that's the whole purpose of doing you, is to live life on your terms, how you want to live it. Doing I felt so bad for my friend, because I have been knowing her for 21 years, and I'm like, damn, when you gonna get out this relationship? When you gonna stop allowing other people to dictate how you live your life, and being afraid of what could happen if you do leave? Been a great housewife, been a great mother. That doesn't mean that you can't accomplish the things that you want to accomplish in your life. And who cares what society says? A lot of women would dog another woman who is a great mother, great housewife, and be like, well, you got to have a career, you got to have a career. I'm the type of guy, let me just tell you something about me. I'm going to tell you guys something about me that I don't really talk a lot about. This may seem archaic. Um, Still writing 3 times a day. Good, Bryce. Keep writing. He's writing your goals and writing out the script of your life 3 times a day. Keep writing. I'm not the kind of guy that would want a career woman. I'm gonna be honest with you. Seems misogynistic, may seem misogynistic to most people. And I know at 46 to be with somebody, that's kind of hard. And I accept the fact that anyone I meet, anyone I'm dating, initially, that's what they're going to be. But I can see in their dating if they would actually still be a good housewife. Because at the end of the day, my wife cannot be a career woman. I can't be as great as I can be with a career woman. I'm not saying she can't have real estate investments and things like that. But a woman who is accountable to a job, that some 9 to 5 is controlling her life, I can't have that. Doesn't work with me, which is one of the reasons why I know I have to make a certain amount of money in order to allow for that to be possible, at a level that's comfortable for both of us. But I can't do it. So I applaud the women who say that they want to be a great housewife or a great mother, because in my eyes, I know for me personally, That's what would make me great. And if a lot of men realize that if they could come home to peace, to heaven, come home to be in a stress-free environment, a clean house, an organized house, to have their wife not tired and fatigued, but ready to whatever things they like doing, together, going for walks, exercising, working out, whatever it is, to come home to that, they would actually be more efficient in their work, for their home life to be paradise. And it's an old-fashioned way of thinking, but I know it works for me. So this young lady who's been living this life for 20 years with somebody who doesn't appreciate that, I feel so bad for both of them actually, because he doesn't know what he has, and she's giving way more than she's receiving. Unfortunately, she's going to have to become a career woman in order to be able to step away from that life. It's not the easiest thing, but that is the dark knowledge. That is a must for me as well. Exactly. Most men don't want to admit that because it's not politically correct anymore. You're supposed to say that, yo, no, my wife, she can do everything that I can do, and we doing it together, we building this together, and that's true. I'm not saying that a woman can't, but there's other ways of building. I don't want my wife out there grinding on a 9 to 5. Now, if we going to check out a tax lien that we've purchased, and we're just checking it out, monitoring it, making sure that we don't get any code violations on it while we're waiting for the tax lien to mature and we can title it over. If she's going to be handling that, that's cool. If she's doing some marketing for Uncle Ren's popcorn, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that kind of stuff. But that can't be her job, because I don't need her tired from taking care of the house. If they're, well, I don't have, my kids are big, but taking care, if there are smaller kids, be able to go volunteer at the school, be in the kids' life, do the homework, get all that stuff done. Like, my kids grew up with a housewife, for most of their life. Most of their childhood, their mother didn't work. Our 17 years of marriage, she only worked 3 years out of that. But once we had children, that stopped. So for the most part, she did work a little bit after the kids, but it was different. She really, really, really just wanted to work. And I was like, all right, but I'm not paying for daycare, I'll tell you that. But anyway, I just feel bad because I know how she truly wants to live her life, but she can't with the man she's with. That's why you got to do you. Choosing a mate, it's not the easiest thing. You got to choose what's right for you, and you're going to break some hearts. And that happens. Ever since I've been divorced, I done broke quite a few hearts, because I'm very straight up on what I need, what I believe in, what I need to have in my life. People think they can do it, but then they realize that they can't. And I realize that they can't, and then once I do, I bounce, because I don't have the patience. See, that's doing what's best for you. You got to be selfish sometimes, because if I had dragged these things out, then these people I would have dragged them out. Maybe they don't find their person. Maybe they don't find the right person for them, because I held on to them way too long. Right? So I need to let them go, not only for my benefit, but for theirs, so that they can actually have an opportunity to find somebody that fits their life, their mode, fits the kind of relationship they want to have. So there's nothing wrong with ending a relationship. Just do it right. There is a right way to do it. There's a right way. I don't believe in ending a relationship with somebody and leaving them worse than what I found them. That's wrong to me. That's wrong. It's like how my grandmother always never leave somebody's house worse than you found it. Even when we stay in hotels, don't leave the hotel. I mean, I don't clean it, but I don't leave it all nasty. Well, I'm not nasty anyway, but yeah, daycare is overwhelming. Daycare is crazy. The first time, so when my kid's mom, we was in Germany, and she wanted to work. She was working because we was single. Her job paid, it was just two of us. I like to call it married and single. So we was taking trips all over Europe. She got her job purely just so that we can do more traveling. That's all. We just did more traveling. We didn't buy nothing of material, no material, nothing. But once our daughter was born in '95, I was like, the deal was have a child. My child's not going to be in daycare. But she happened to work for the daycare. So I let that one slide for a while. But then once we left Germany, she didn't work. My child wasn't going to be in daycare. Plus, daycare cost too much. The second child was born. She had, well, when Sydney went to start going to school, she got a job through a friend with MetLife, and she was able to go to work and get home before Sydney got finished. And then she still took care of the home. She did a great job still taking care of the home and all that kind of stuff. I started coming in second, third, fourth place, but everything else was taken care of. My daughter wasn't lacking. It was all right. But that only lasted for a little while because the relationship was going to end if that continued. Uh, it wound up ending anyway because I got put in fifth place, but hey, so be it. But that daycare, when she was working at, she was going to get this other job before MetLife, and the damn daycare bill would have cost her pretty much 2/3 of her paycheck. Because La Petite Academy for two children at that time frame was not cheap. Oh my God. It was not cheap. Two kids in La Petite Academy, because my last two kids were born like only a year and a half separated from each other. It was just way more. I mean, we were looking at, I think she was looking at like $800-900 a month in daycare. That's ridiculous. That's for two kids or something like that. And that's not including yet, you bring them lunch and then other extra stuff. So I was like, you're going to take like 2/3 of your check, to do that. Because the job she was going to do wasn't paying that much. That first one. But MetLife paid it plenty. So she was able to do it when she worked for MetLife. But I don't pay that kid. It was just a rule for me. But anyway, you got to do what's good for you. What makes your life work. Because I'm telling you guys, I can't have any regrets. I can't have it. I had a regret with this company. One of the reasons why I stuck with Uncle Ren's Popcorn, even though it went down the tubes for about 3 years, well, for not about 3 years, for 3.5 years, because of a bad decision that I made. I recognized it was a bad decision that I made. It was an emotional decision that I made after the second year. And it put me into a tailspin. And I had to eat it. I had to eat that lease and deal with it and make it work. But I recognized that I made a bad decision, and I wasn't going to live with the regret of, oh damn, you know what, it just didn't work. But I knew I could have done something different. When I sold my gym, I sold it because I had done everything I wanted to do in my gym. Where I had built a gym and 3 personal training studios, I had done everything I wanted to do in it. So I didn't mind selling it. I have no regrets about selling it. When is going to be another event is what Alexander Jackson is asking. Well, the next event that I'm participating in is an event that I'm just doing. Okay, me and Kevin haven't talked about another event yet. If you guys saw his video, he realized he has the same gene that his mother and his sister had for stomach cancer. So we haven't yet planned one. I'm going to be doing a financial alchemy event here in Atlanta. More than likely in the end of July. I'm looking at the Black Dot bookstore. I told him to give me some dates, some Saturdays towards the end of July, 1st of August. But I'm going to do a financial alchemy program. Basically, I'm going to give you the tools to fix your credit. And then tools to build wealth, and then tools for asset protection. You won't have the full boat of my coaching because that's part of the whole program that lasts 8 months. But in that, just by coming to that day, you'll at least be able to walk out the door and boost your credit score by 100 to 200 points within the next 4 or 5 months. You'll be able to set yourself up in a way that you protect yourself from litigation and you protect your family from probate court and things like that. And you'll have a good understanding of how to break down money and finances to benefit your life better and benefit your family, and how to teach your kids. So that's what I'm going to be doing towards the end of July, 1st August. I'll probably talk to Kevin today, and we'll start discussing when we're going to have our next event that we do together. But I will be having a meeting. I will be calling out for a meeting of people here in the Atlanta area who want to get started with the Temple of Learning to start building that here in Atlanta. Kevin has agreed to move to Atlanta. So that's the last thing he and I have been talking about yesterday, was him moving to Atlanta and getting things set up so that he can facilitate this move. He's been doing a lot in North Carolina to get himself prepared for that. Got his family, his kids, and everybody is squared away with it. So yeah, that's just a lot going on. But When's the next event? For me and Kevin, don't know yet. And I probably want to do another city, a different city as well. Maybe Dallas or Tampa or DC or something like that. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Tell me. Where are you, Alexander Jackson? Um, so nobody else. Anybody got any other regrets? Any other regrets? It's 9:30. I'm gonna cut y'all off in a little bit because I gotta open up my store. Houston. It's hot in Houston. It's hot and humid in Houston. Now you know what? I know he went to Dallas, and how? I'm sure that if we went to Houston, we can draw a good crowd. Chicago. That one now. Now you know, see, Chicago would be a place. It'd have to be before October. It ain't gonna be in the wintertime. It's cold. I don't do cold. Dallas would be close, but I live in San Antonio. That's funny. I actually am considering moving to Austin, Texas. It's one of the fastest growing cities in the country. It's really good for entrepreneurship. Yeah, see, that Chicago stuff, you can't go there in the wintertime. That don't even make sense. I don't even understand how y'all live up there. I mean, it was hot on my little walk this morning, but good God, I'd rather take the heat than that cold. At least in the heat, I can stand in some shade, have something to drink while I'm walking. My brother was just up in Chicago a week or so ago, and he was out riding his motorcycle, talking about how cold it was. He took his bike up there just to ride in the cold, and that was just like 2 weeks ago. Before I get ready to open the store, I decided I'm gonna work by myself today. I had a whole boatload of people in here working with me yesterday because we had a fundraiser to fill 156 bags of popcorn, which is why some of it is up there, and there's a whole bunch of it over here. We was doing all that yesterday. We made all that, and that's like a rack over there. It's like a whole rack. And there's a lot more up front too. And then they didn't come pick it up like they were supposed to. Oh, you from Augusta? Cool. Up the street. No, cold is not bearable. And see, I got that wet cold off that dang lake effect crap. Now, at least when I was in Germany, it was like a dry cold. Like the snow was dry snow. It wasn't wet snow. You know, wet stuff up there. Try to get people pneumonia. That's why we're going to go to Botswana. How many of y'all going to go to Botswana with me? I'm for real. How many of y'all going to go to Botswana? We got it. That's a big thing. We got to get this. When I have this meeting for Temple of Learning, one of the big things about building this Temple of Learning is we are rebuilding Haiti, building Botswana. We got to have a nation home. All right. Got to have a nation home. I've been making some contacts with people in Botswana. I'm kind of irritated that all the realtors that I've been able to find, I haven't found either Botswanan realtor or just a black person realtor over in Botswana. Most of the realtors are Europeans, which is, I get it, but it's irritating. So I definitely need some realtors who have been doing real estate for at least 3 years here in America, because it'd be easier to transfer your license over, because we're going to need real estate agents. Oh, good, Doc Knowledge. Good. So definitely need realtors. Gonna need some transportation people. We need some creature comforts of America. So we need some hairstylists. Some guys with barbers. We ain't too tough on that. We can find that. We can make that work. But we need hairstylists. And I was thinking of something. I wasn't gonna say this. See, I'm down with you. We all got your brother. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Rashid. I was thinking about this. One of the ways to facilitate the Temple of Learning as well as Botswana is, and I was thinking about, and to take over this industry, it would probably take $1 million to do it right, to do it the way I would want it done. But I believe that we can build this and get this done in 5 years. There's Amazon, right? Everybody knows what Amazon is.
And Amazon started out as a bookstore, an online bookstore. But there's Amazon. Beauty supply. Amazon of beauty supply, black beauty supplies. One of the biggest issues that I know there's still going to be a lot of people who go into the shops and that sort of thing. But if we can and the reason why I say it's going to take about 1 million, because the bulk, getting the warehouse and the online websites and the marketing, all of that, 250, $300,000, maybe $400. It's the inventory, getting the inventory so that the price point can be lower than what the retail shops are selling. But to have that inventory so that the fulfillment can be fast, so that if a young lady if she wants to order something and she knows she's going to do, I don't know, a hot oil treatment on Saturday, she orders it on Monday, it's in her possession by Thursday. To be able to fulfill it that quickly, which is why you need such a large inventory. Um, but to take over the beauty supply initially online, but also still adding some retail, because some people are going to want to walk in the door. Some people aren't going to be they're not going to plan. They're not going to be forthright in planning. So I want to know what you guys think about that. A Amazon level beauty supply store. Um, we would definitely have to spend about $250,000 just in the online marketing the first year. Like, really, let's just blast Facebook and Instagram with ads constantly, and YouTube constantly, over and over again, every day across the country, and especially the major markets for black women. But then let that be a business that's owned by the Temple of Learning, it be in the trust of the Temple of Learning, so that it also facilitates people who work for the temple to be able to get paid a fair salary, but also in the charity wing of it, help people to move to Haiti and move to Botswana, but also help redevelop the land in Haiti. If you redevelop the land in Haiti, because part of the initiative of Haiti is to be able to take them alternative fuel sources for cooking food. If they have an alternative fuel source for cooking food, then they'll stop chopping down all their trees, and then we can let the soil be refertilized. And if Haiti becomes refertilized, it's some of the most fertile ground on the planet. Their market, their economy can really get a boost. And then there are other ideas that I have for both Haiti and Botswana. Oh, and I need some, just for that point, I need people who are very knowledgeable in call centers. Very knowledgeable in call centers. I believe one of the ways that we can get the youth in Botswana working is to develop call centers there. All right. English is a primary language, so that's not going to be a hindrance. But if we can develop call centers there, because a lot of the youth aren't working in Botswana, and that's why they think that the alcohol problem is because the price by the last, not the current president, the previous president raised the tax on alcohol to 50%, and by raising the alcohol to 50%, he thought that he would curb the youth drinking problem. But the youth problem is that they're unemployed. They need a job. If they got a job, they ain't drinking as much. But a 50% tax on alcohol that was dumb. But I think they'll have to repeal that anyway. Um, I want to go to Botswana. European has the game locked in Botswana. We need connects. Okay, I hear you, Morgan, but don't think anybody got anything on lock. Nobody ever has anything on lock. Sears thought they had it on lock. Woolworth thought they had it on lock. Kmart thought they had it on lock. But Walmart showed them that they didn't. And even if you look at it now, Amazon is showing Walmart and Target, and they've already shown a whole bunch of other companies that they didn't have it on lock. Blockbuster thought they had it on lock, but Netflix and Redbox showed them that they didn't have it on lock. This Asian community think they got hair beauty supply on lock, but because of the internet, they ain't got that on lock no more. Everything can be broken down. Europeans only represent 3% of the population there. They have the real estate market because people aren't going into real estate. You're talking about a country that only has 2 million people in it. Hell, there's 3 times as many people here in Atlanta as in the whole of Botswana. All it takes is a good number of us to go there and just we can dominate business, but also bring in and grab, become meld with the people of Botswana. 10 years of call center, good. Start learning everything that you can learn about how to set it up, how to build one, all the ins and outs. I'm not telling you to go steal the SOPs, but I'm not telling you to go take the SOPs or anything like that. But everything you can learn about how to build one, and then the sales part, we can handle the sales part, but how to build it, how to set it up, technology behind it, all that sort of thing. I think that'll be a great way. That'll be also a good entry level way to get people who want to come over who may not feel like they have the skill set to do much, to get them over. My suggestion: contact existing African American owned beauty supply businesses as possible partners to cut down on warehouse costs. We can. I mean, we can connect with them by way of. See, I did have the thought that if we connected all the black-owned beauty supply shops, and motivate and push them, which I would still want to push them, but push them as local sources, but push them as our fulfillment centers. The only problem is we're counting on somebody else's system of fulfillment. Usually is the owner is in the shop, and we got to count on them running their shop, keeping their shop, doing all the taxation, doing everything they're supposed to do, and handling all the online orders for their region or their area. I look at the Toys R Us fiasco in that one. Toys R Us was the leading toy company in the world. They outsourced their online to Amazon. Toys R Us is now closing while Amazon is thriving. So there's a partnership that we could develop, but I still think we have to do the bulk of the shipping. That leaving it into other people's hands, it could create a bad taste in people's mouth, because they may only see the primary of whatever we call it, and then go by that and think that that is everything. So let's think about that. Black hair care. Oh, what's up, Hondale? You late, bro? I'm about to go in a minute. Retirement, medical, and current herbalist experience right here. Oh, cool. I don't know what branch of the military. I'm talking to a Marine over here. Yes, okay, but you're right. We got to get into the game. We got to get into the game. We got to win this game. Trust me, Africa is when the whole of Africa starts to see how successful South Africa is at taking their land back, you'll see a domino effect of other African nations saying, "Oh shit, South Africa got away with it. Guess what? We about to do it too." But Botswana is so controlled by the government is controlled by black people. The whites who are there control very little, but they do control real estate, which is very powerful. But they're only controlling who's selling the real estate right now. We can still go in there, and we will be buying real estate. You can get alert to the lake. Oh, you got to go on. Yeah, if y'all haven't checked out Shondell, if you're not on his Facebook page, go to Shondell's Facebook. He drops some good knowledge, so go check him out. But you know what, guys? It's 9:45. I have got to get things set up because, like I said earlier, I'm working by myself today because I had my crew in here and they put together 159 bags of popcorn, 156 bags of popcorn. So I gave everybody's off today, and so I'm just gonna run the store by myself today. So I got to go ahead and get set up. I'll probably do some more lives or I'm definitely gonna shoot some videos while I'm working. So look for those come down the line. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you haven't hit the bell icon, hit the bell icon. That way you'll get notifications, and hopefully not late like Shondell got his notification all late. You didn't see where you can purchase the coaching? You went to the life coaching? You went to coachrenz.com to the life coaching page? Yeah, because everybody else clicked on it. Everybody else who got into my financial alchemy program has not had a problem Which, by the way, for all my financial alchemy people who will listen to this now or later, I can't take you to the next level if you don't do the part that I've sent you. Do the part I've sent you so that we can go to the next stage. Yeah, click on the life coaching tab. But do the part. Do it. Do it today. And then send me what I asked you to send me so that we can move to the next stage and get this done. Anyway, hey, I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great day. Remember, you got to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Y'all have a good one. Wait a minute, what did you just say? I was looking for purchase, but I didn't see it. It should be a buy now button or something like that. Or just click on it. I'm going to go look at it as soon as I get off here. Well, I'm going to look at it in a few minutes. Then I'll send you a message. Y'all have a great one. Peace.